Welcome back to Bottom Deck Achievements, a Hearthstone achievement hunting series. We are just entering the month of March now, which means we have probably about 1 month to go before the new set comes out, as well as standard rotation. So we're going to take that month to get as many achievements as we can and hopefully finish out this set. And as always, I have a couple that I've done that I want to talk about real quick. I got 5 listed here, but I think one of them is 2 steps of the same one. So I'm just going to scroll through and find... yes. I have been playing a little bit more of the Control Priest deck that I talked about last time, the good version, not the version I used to get the Mida achievement. I have been doing well with it. It's been a lot of fun. Shoutouts to Xyrella the Devout. Even though I'm not done with the first step of this achievement yet, this card's really good. I had a game just earlier today where it reminded me a bit of Shudderwalk before they limited how many battle cries it could repeat and sped up the animations, because I had a bunch of Midas, a couple that I had copied, as well as just ones dying here and there. I had a lot of shards going on. I think I had like 2 or 3, but with all the deaths and the shuffles and all that, it took my entire turn to do the death rattle animations for each individual death rattle, plus the Moarg Artificers, the Claw Machines, and the Light Shower Elementals. My entire turn. I couldn't even hero power after, and it was utterly ridiculous. My turn plus more, because it did that thing where the rope like just sat there on the last little bit for quite a while it was just shuffling shard after shard into my deck. My opponent conceded before I could play Malygos and draw them all out. Oh well, bummer. Either way, it was a win, and I think I got about... I want to say I was at 21, so I got about 24 Death Rattle triggers in just that one playing of Xyrella. So it's a really fun card. I'm liking it a lot. Glad I get to play some Control. Scrolling down, we finally finished the My Lair, My Terms, both steps 2 and 3 here. Honestly, this one went pretty quickly once I built a dedicated deck just for this achievement. And by that, I mean, not the other dedicated one I built. I loaded up a deck with as many spell damage cards as I could. I'm talking like Blood Mage Thalnos, the Cobalt Geomancer, some cards that just don't see any play at all, and other cards that summon other small minions. So I had some games where I got like upwards of 40 plus ticks towards this thing. So all that being said, I don't think I won a single game when I was going for this one, but at least the grind wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm done with step 1 of the attacking with whelps. I don't know why these achievements are disappearing when I click on them. But yeah, whelps, well on my way to step 2. That'll be done in no time. It'll be a job whelp done. And then finally step 2 of the Kazakhstan one. Still having a ton of fun playing with Kazakhstan. I am playing other decks just in order to get some achievements done. But yeah, just grinding. I am terrified of this one. I mentioned that this looked like it was going to be a terrible grind, and well, it is. Apparently the card's doing okay when you build a specific deck for it, probably like a big hunter with Vandar, so that you can discount some more expensive beasts where they cost 5 or less, and then Pet Collector bringing them out and getting some insane value. Apparently that's fine. It kind of goes along with this one, which I also haven't done, which I should probably just do. Yeah, we'll get there. This is going to be a long grind. Yeah, we are right at 66%, so right at that 2/3 mark. And I know there's a lot more that are going to be coming. But today, the achievement I want to focus on is... I came across a video that was talking about the worst performing cards of the Onyxia's Lair mini set so far. And real high up on that list is, well, a card that seemed pretty awkward, and, well, turns out it is. It's Hele. I don't know. Matron Protectorate. It kind of has that Flame Waker effect where when you play a spell, it just does a bunch of damage shot out to random enemies. And yeah, it's a really awkward, clunky card. but there's an achievement tied to it. So I built a deck. I've got a little started here. Let's look at the deck to kind of see how it goes. So this achievement is a bit weird for me because it seems like one that could be fine if you just kind of shoved Hela into a deck, just any old deck, and just like, oh, well, whenever I draw it, I'll just play a couple spells and get like 4 ticks at a time. But that seems like it would go really, really slow. So I sided on, even though this deck is terrible, I have not done well with this yet at all. But if, and this is a really big if you can find Hela, because it's just a one of and there's no real ways to tutor for it that I can really think of, in standard at least, if you can find it and get to turn 8, provided you've set up a couple other things here and there, you can get a real big explosive turn. I'll kind of see how I do in today's video and then kind of average them all together because my sample size is pretty low. But this deck is pretty much just all filled with really, really cheap spells. I'm talking 0, 1, 2, at the most a couple 3s here and there. And that's mostly for just crowd control, combustion, cone of cold, fire sale, just to slow things down a little bit when your opponents are playing minions. Hela is the only minion in this deck, so Refreshing Spring Water is pretty much always a guaranteed draw 2, refresh 4. Which is great. Conjure Mana Biscuit is incredibly good here. If you can get 1 or even 2 ready to go the turn you play Hela. That's why I said if you can get to turn 8 and you've set up. If you've played a couple Mana Biscuits and just have them ready to go, on turn 8 you can play the dragon, pop both Mana Biscuits, and have 4 mana to play with. Additionally, cards such as... where are you? Siphon Mana to discount your spells even further for the ones that actually do cost some mana. And hopefully we can get there. Hopefully it's a fine grind, but well, like I said, the real trouble is getting there. But let's hop into a game and see how this goes. So I do like to full mulligan to hope that I find the big dragon. It doesn't always work out. It worked out today. What do you know? So most of this game is just going to be crowd control. Just trying to ping down whatever I can in hopes that I can make it to turn 8 and play at least a couple spells here and there. I think I'll just go with Thalnos just to have a body on board, and it draws a card, so that's good. The real trick is saving as many spells as you can to hopefully pop off with the dragon. Alright, well, we got 1 discount. We have yet another 0-cost spell. The other rough thing about this deck is that certain spells, like Devolving Missiles, you would think that you could just maybe play it out even if your opponent doesn't have any minions. Like, you've failed to find minions for it, basically. Ooh, this is going to be great. Fire Sale's alright. First Flame is real good, though. Just going to play this. That sets up for a good combustion. Maybe something else, who knows. But yeah, things like First Flame. Honestly, if you've played out Hela, you can obviously target that with a spell, such as like First Flame or something. But things like Devolving Missiles, like you can't just like play. Your opponent has to have a minion out. So it makes... there's some sequencing stuff that goes on here and there at the end game. But overall, it's not too bad. It's just bad when you're up against like a control priest that isn't really playing out a ton of minions and just your hand is full of spells that target minions. That did happen once and it was awful. I was like having to use my Mana Biscuits on full mana just to like clear out a space in my hand because I didn't have the dragon yet. It sucks.
May the light grant you peace.
Reporting for duty.
I guess I can Cone of Cold here. Alright, so it's looking good that we'll actually get to turn 8, but I don't really enjoy what I have in my hand to pop off with. So I might want to hold off until turn 9 or 10, depending on what I draw these next couple turns. Because you do really want to pop off as hard as you can on the turn you play this card. So let's...
Magic in the wrong hands leads to madness.
So if I do this... Nada no Mayag. Okay, then I want to do this to target. I don't know how much more damage this is going to do. You done?
Runs out already.
That's actually really funny. Halo was doing so much damage, but it was doing 1 damage at a time, so it never procced the deal 3 damage secret. That's really funny to me. Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Well, rip. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can actually come back now. I think that was the Libram of Hope that they found. Yeah. So, like I said, it's a terrible deck, but you can at least build it to have big pop-off turns like that. Let's hop into one more game and see how that goes. Okay, so this sucks, but...
Magic in the wrong hands leads to madness.
So this will soon have no targets, so unfortunately I do have to do this, even though it'll give this more health, probably. Yeah. So that's Mana Biscuit. There's tier 1. I'll take a 0 mana spell any day. So unfortunately I can't play Flurry or Devolving Missiles. And I lost count of how many I did that turn. So let's just do this first. This. We might have lethal already. Yeah, we're good. Hey, we finally won one. I think that was the first game I actually won with this deck. Cool. Yeah. Hey, it's the first of the month. Don't at me because I'm still in bronze, even though I think I was still in bronze last video I recorded in standard too. Alright, let's pop this achievement and see where we're at. I want to say that in total, there were a couple games where I was trying to get the deck list down and trying to refine it a little bit to make it work. I want to say that this 125 number is across 4 games where I actually found Hele. Of course, there were a bunch of games where I couldn't find it and I just got run over and died. But the games where I actually had a turn to pop off, I want to say it was just 4. I want to say I did 2 before this and then 2 tonight. So if I just do some quick math, that's an average of just over 30 damage done with this thing per game. So getting to 200 shouldn't take too hard. Games where you actually find the dragon should average about 7 to get this done, which is not bad for a grind, especially one with a number as high as 200. It's a lot less when those numbers come 4 at a time, but what can you do? But yeah, cool. So this one overall shouldn't be too bad. Should have this finished by the time I record the next video. And yeah, cool stuff. Well, folks, that is going to bring us to the end of tonight's video. I will have the deck list for the Hele Mage deck down in the description below of this video, but thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Both of those things would help me out a ton. And while you're down there looking at that deck list, why not leave a comment of an achievement you'd like to see covered in a future video? I know it's kind of slim pickings. We're towards the end of the set, and there's not many left that I haven't talked about, and honestly not many left that are good to cover for a video. But if you have any you'd like to see me talk about, please feel free to leave those in a comment. I would appreciate it. Other than that, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I'm at HeyTallman at both places. And yeah, 1 week from today, as of the release of this video, Saturday, March 12th, is my birthday. So follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be doing a special stream. I'm going to be diving back into the first Monster Hunter games that got me into this series. Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii, and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on the Wii U. Should be a lot of fun. I am horrified to see what my sets and builds were like back then, and play an older rendition of these games, archaic by today's standards, but I'm hoping it'll be a lot of fun. So come wish me happy birthday then, and check me out there. And I guess there's nothing else to say except thank you for watching, have a great day, and may the card you need the most never be at the bottom of your deck.